anything that you want really, really badly, most likely you will not get it the first time you do it. And this is where failure comes in. Okay, so most people fail, right? Yeah, average Joe. See Joe down there? Average Joe. He just, he failed something, and then he failed another thing, and then he failed another thing. And he just keeps failing, so he just quits and quits and quits and quits and quits. There's no point doing it anymore. He failed. It's the end of it though, guys. Like, he failed. Einstein once said, if you do something over and over and over and expect a different result, then that's the definition of insanity. So Joe, he quit. He quit. He just stopped doing it. He couldn't be bothered with the failure, bro. So he quit. And today, I'm going to tell you why he shouldn't have quit. Okay. Now what we got here? Okay, so your YouTube channel doesn't pop up. Okay, so to the reasonable level. Okay, then try a different type of content. Okay, something in life fails, change it. It can be slightly, it can be massively, but if you change it, something might change. Of course, don't just change it to something even more stupid. I mean, we know what you're like, we know what Joe's like, but just but change it to something sensible. Make reasonable adjustments throughout your journey. Okay, and then what I do is I'll change something. Something's not working, I'll change it, and then I'll do it 3 times. And then and then it has some kind of impact, no matter how small, then I'll try and do it for maybe 2 weeks, and then it might have a larger impact. You never know, But I don't quit. If you wanna try and find if something's worth doing over and over and over, then what I do is I imagine doing that thing 100 times. Just in my head, 100 times. So that would be like every day for just under 3 months. So I just imagine doing it 100 times, what's happened. And I could give you an example of this. Say if I made YouTube videos for 100 times. If I made 100 YouTube videos, well, I would be maybe 10 times as good a YouTuber as I am right now. Okay, that's a pretty reasonable climb, right? 10 times the YouTuber as I was from here. Well, actually, it would be more like this, wouldn't it, if it was 10 times? Yeah, so 10 times the YouTuber. That's good. I'll do that for the next 100 days. But like, if it was like, I don't know, make thumbnails for the next 100 days. Like, just do nothing, don't do YouTube, but just make thumbnails. Then, I'd get good at thumbnails. But what's that good for? Not these videos, but I might get another 10 views, You know how it is. Okay. Okay, think of somebody who has quite a decent amount of... who's just good at something, right? Okay. That guy probably at some point failed, because you need to fail to then be able to get slightly better at something, to then be able to exceed in that thing. So when you quit, you're not just quitting doing it the next day, you're quitting it doing it for the rest of your life, and then becoming extreme in that thing, and then like excelling into the atmosphere. Windows shaking, bro. Over the course of this channel, I've probably spent about like 60 hours from A to B, just like recording videos like I am now. Probably more than that, but like 60 hours apparently, so. And I have learned a lot in those 60 hours of recording videos. This wasn't 60 hours straight, this is 60 hours over maybe 1.5 years. So really, I don't record that much. What we got here? And they all turn out horribly, right? But I learned something, from A to B, I learned something. And say I spent another 40 hours within the next 2 months doing YouTube. I'll be almost twice as better YouTuber, right? Almost twice. That's a pretty reasonable amount of growth. Twice in 2 months. That's incredible. It's like 40 subs. It's like an average of like I don't know, like 80 views per video. That sounds decent. 2 months. Okay. 40 hours. Wait, how many hours do I spend on YouTube a week? About 6 hours on YouTube a week, which is pretty okay. Pretty okay. For any guys from school, but I normally, like, I'm recording this video. What's the time? It's 16 past 7. I'm not doing it while I'm not just doing my hacking, while you guys at school. But yeah. So one of the best ways to learn is through failure. If you fail more, you'll get better. It's kind of more about how much you learn from the failure. But if you learn a reasonable amount from every failure, then like that's good, bro. Like I posted a short. What was it? Like you are your choices, something like that. And it got like 172 views, and my analytics went up by like 182%. So I studied that specific video, and then I'm planning on doing it again in the future, right? That's how you go, right? But so that's like success, learn from your success, but also learn from your failure. So what did I fail in? The travel videos performed really well. Okay, they were a bit low quality. Let me think. Yeah, there's tons of problems. I'm not gonna bring them all up because ego, gotta maintain my high ego. But anyway. Okay. If you're still not caught on the whole failure equals growth thing, then okay, think of a guy that mastered a guitar. Did he watch 5,000 guitar tutorials? Pick up a guitar, first time, he's never touched a guitar before, and then just string it, and he's just like, oh, yo, bro, I'm so good at this guitar thing, bro, like, oh my god. No. He probably played it wrong, he probably tuned it incorrectly. His hands would probably keep slipping, Why? Because he never failed. He just watched a bunch of information, but like, what? Like, he just watched all the information, but he never played the guitar. So he doesn't know what his weaknesses are. He doesn't know that his fingers were slipping, because all he did was watch a guitar tutorial. Like, maybe he might be better at knowing what to do if your fingers do slip, and that's okay, but you need to fail in the task to then learn in the future. And that's everything I've got to say for today. My name is Sam. My channel name is S77. Failure is your weapon. Bye, boys.